liberal paparazzi tried to drive Melania off the road in New York City. Look what she did instead. Melania Trump has proven herself to be the picture of class and sophistication through all the changes that her family has gone through. The first couple and their young son have done what few of us will ever experience, and go from just doing what they wanted to be watched over 24/7 by a detail of highly trained officers and not being able to make a move without many man-hours of strategic planning. No running down to the coffee shop for a few quiet hours for this lady. She's got business and a country to make look good. Despite her kind and considerate stance on just about everything, those who hate her husband's policies have decided they hate her and her son as well. While the only beef anyone actually has with the former model is that they don't think she smiles enough, seriously, that's all they can say. It doesn't stop them from taking every chance to try and make her life as miserable as possible. Because how could someone so beautiful marry someone so conservative? The paparazzi are especially unforgiving, and even put her life in danger when she's moving about from place to place. On one recent trip back to their former residence in New York, Melania's transport was put in danger by a gridlock of those looking to get a picture of her with anything other than a smile on her face. Despite the danger she was being put in, Melania kept her cool, and let them see that million-watt smile. Via Daily Mail. First Lady Melania Trump may have just moved into the White House back in June, but she was spotted spending some time in her former home in New York City. The former model was all smiles as she left Trump Tower in Manhattan, New York on Thursday to head to New Jersey after spending 3 days there. As she left the city, the mother was escorted by 8 Secret Service vehicles that got caught in Midtown traffic. But the First Lady was all smiles as she made her way through Lincoln Tunnel after a lane was made for her. Talking on her phone, she looked to be pleased by the conversation as the rest of her face was hidden behind large shades. She appeared to be alone on the trip while her husband was at the White House where he promoted products made in America. The First Lady spoke with Fox and Friends host Ainsley Earhart in a segment during the annual congressional picnic, and revealed that she could not be happier after moving into the White House with son Barron. "We are enjoying it very much," Melania said of her time thus far at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. When asked how her 11-year-old son was handling the move, Melania said, "He loves it, yes, all settled. He loves it here." Melania and Barron made the move to Washington, D.C. soon after President Trump's youngest son finished school for the year in Manhattan. Barron will be attending St. Andrew's Episcopal School in Potomac, Maryland come September. Melania is obviously a great parent and a fantastic ambassador for the United States. While the obsession with the first family is something we've dealt with for years, it would seem that those in power would rest a whole lot easier if they had the chance to rest easy, knowing that the news was going to back off and play fair. Gridlocking the Secret Service transport probably isn't the best way to stay in the good graces of the first family. However, it's good to know that our politicians are well taken care of. The First Lady, whose Secret Service code name is Muse, has had this protection for quite some time, and might be getting used to it, but it still can't be easy. Prior to the election, we learned what the names were for some of the candidates on the trail. Melania Trump is known to the United States Secret Service on the campaign trail as Muse, DailyMail.com can reveal. Her husband, the Republican presidential nominee, has been known to EP swearing agents as mogul since the service assigned him a traveling protective detail last November. But Melania didn't get a code name right away because she wasn't a protectee who traveled with him. Trump's adult children likely won't get Secret Service protection. Young son Barron, 10, is a different story. Now that the primaries are over and Mrs. Trump is a campaign fixture, the name Muse is crackling from agent to agent every time she steps on or off the family's private Boeing 757. according to two sources with knowledge of the Trump family's security routine. Pence and his wife have code names too, Hoosier and Hummingbird. Like Mogul and Muse, married couples' code names, and those of immediate family members, share a first letter. Protectees are typically presented with a short list of options, always words that can be easily understood by people who speak a variety of languages. They ultimately get to choose from the options presented to them. On the Democratic side of the election battle, Hillary Clinton has retained the Secret Service name Evergreen since the 1992 presidential campaign, where husband Bill, known as Eagle, first ran for the White House. Chelsea Clinton was dubbed Energy. First families retain their protective details for life at taxpayer expense. So President Barack Obama will be known as Renegade, and First Lady Michelle Obama as Renaissance, for decades to come. Sasha Obama is Rosebud, and her older sister Melania is Radiance. While it's extremely unfortunate that the taxpayers are still paying for the Obamas to have anything more than what they've already taken from us, it's understandable that with the aggressive nature of the mainstream news, anyone who is anything might need some extra help to stay safe. Share if you think the paparazzi should pay when they cause problems for the first family.